I said to my mother, I said, Mom, I want you to know something. For a while there, every time that I got up, I felt, a little pain in my back. Ooh, the creak in my legs. Ooh, now, get up, I sit down, I get up again, I sit down, nothing. Holy shit. It's like if you work out, you actually feel good.
I'm just gonna say it, I'm getting sick of the fitness Phil arc. It started off as a giggle, and now it feels like he's intentionally trolling the fitness community. Anyway, yesterday Phil started off his stream with some of the most truly insane claims I think I've ever heard escape his mouth, so let's dive in.
Good evening. Good morning, everyone.
Nice execution.
You're doing terrific.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to a new day of streaming here on DSP Gaming. How is everyone this morning? Hopefully I find everybody ready for some fun and some good gameplay streaming and challenge, right? Vassal, thank you for a super chat. 1313 super chat. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Lots of support early on here today. So Vassal's comment is going to stir up some drama. Should we start with that? Do we really want to start with drama today? Do we really have to?
I mean, it's your show. You make the decisions, but I think we all know what you're about to do.
All right, before I shout out anything else, let's read Vassal's comment, shall we? So Vassal says, hey, DSP, last night, Wings of Redemption said he thought the reason you're working out so much is because Kat left you. I think he's out of the loop and believes whatever he hears on the web. Okay. Seriously, of course, I'll respond, all right? I want you to think about that statement. The only reason that a guy would ever work out is because his wife left him. What? So every person on earth who works out, basically, they got left by women.
There are hundreds, if not thousands, of memes about guys being in the gym solely because they have a broken heart. I know this is hard for you to comprehend, Phil, since you're always right and are an eternal victim, but ending a relationship can be a massive gut check to a guy because he'll feel inferior, that whoever left him chose a better option or wasn't willing to wait for them to be a better person, and it makes them want to change and go to the gym. Or they just go to the gym to take their anger out in the glorious House of Gains. But Mr. Semantics here doesn't even go down that road. No, he goes to the all or nothing, as is tradition. Every person who works out all got left by women. Nowhere in the message did it ever say that, and you're dodging the issue by being a disingenuous twat. But what else is new?
That's why they're working out. Did you know that? No one ever has lifted a weight, done an exercise, unless they were dropped by a significant other. No, I'm sorry. But I'm going to be very, very forward here. And very, very, on it. You know me, I don't pull any punches, right? The reason that someone would want to work out is because they probably either want to get physically fit, they want to put on muscle, they want to feel better, maybe they're getting older, they want to get healthy because they know the older you get, the harder it is to work out and build muscle and be healthy. In my particular case, I was getting to an age where I was starting to feel it. And what I mean by that is I noticed that my body was changing, okay? Not in a good way. All right, why is it that every time that I move, my knees are cracking? Why is it that certain things are hurting that didn't used to? Why are things a little bit tougher to do? Why is it that my metabolism is changing? After I eat a meal, now I feel tired. It never used to happen, right? In addition to that, like I said this yesterday on stream, I think it was. So I have some people who I know, and they're getting up there in age, and basically, they're not having a good time. Let's put it that way. And so I'm looking at them, seeing people all around me get older and get into, bad situations health-wise, and it makes me have kind of like a shock, like, oh, I should do something. There's absolutely no reason at this point in my life why I shouldn't be doing something about my health when I still can.
I don't disagree with that last point, but what is he talking about when he says the reason to work out is because people want to get fit or build muscle? That's the outcome of going to the gym, not the reason. A reason to lift might be so you can pick up your kid. A human child, Phil, not a fucking cat. A reason to lift might be to lose weight because you think you'd be more attractive to the opposite sex. Getting fit and building muscle is what happens because you go, but to get started there typically has to be a motivating factor, e.g., someone ends a relationship. And this whole bit about him getting to an age where he was feeling it is a complete retcon. I'm healthy. I'm in the best shape of my life. These phrases were both said prior to the fitness Fabio Phil arc. Moreover, your knees cracking is just fucking age, dude. Cartilage isn't forever, you know. And as for those people that he knows that aren't having a good time getting older, 95% chance that's his parents. What Phil really needs to do is befriend someone who's 60, never saved from retirement, and get a glimpse of that life. Maybe then the WWE Champion's log-on streak would end.
Because that is the truth. If I don't work out now, if I don't exercise now, if I don't get healthy now, it's now or never. Because once you get to a certain age, your muscles will not really respond well anymore unless you've got them to a level where they will. Get it? If they're already used to doing it, they're used to working out, they're used to getting pump and gains and energy in them, then they'll be fine. But if you don't do it by that age, it's kind of too late, you know? And I don't want to be in that situation where I'm decrepit, I'm on a walker, you know? I don't ever want to be in that situation, all right?
Oh, of course, Phil has solved all his problems for old age by lifting dumbbells for a few weeks or months. I mean, that's the message I'm getting when he flexes his undefined arms on camera. Seriously, Phil, either get some top lighting or stop flexing. When you do flex, it's a great argument that you don't know what you're talking about because you looked malnourished and frail. However, I think the sin of sins here was that bit where he said, if they're used to getting pump and gains and energy in them. What the fuck does that even mean? Muscle is built from protein synthesis, which never fully stops. Does it slow down? Of course it does. Age is a bitch. Does it matter if you're stacked with muscle before you hit extreme old age? Most definitely. Are you incapable of building muscle in your 90s just because you're old? Absolutely not. And don't let this dipshit with the toothpicks and the baby gap tea tell you otherwise.
So that's personally why I'm doing it for me and my family. It's not just for me, but I want to be around for Kat. I want to be around to be able to do stuff. Now I'm a hunched over, bent over, crippled old dude. You know what I'm saying? In addition to all of everything I just said, literally my lifestyle, my work is being sedentary.
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 Sitting right here, just streaming with you guys all day. That's not a good lifestyle. So to actually have working out, to balance that out is working. In fact, you guys have been asking me, all right? FYI, I weighed myself this morning. I'm 188 pounds. You liar! That's the lowest weight I have had since I was in my early 20s. I have never been sub 190. So 188, and that's putting on the muscle that I've put on. I'm 188, so that means I probably was even lower than that, and then I gained some weight putting on the muscle. You see?
First off, sedentary. What the fuck is sedentary? I would probably get my dick slapped by YouTube if I showed all the photos there are online of guys that are 5'11 at 180 pounds. Go look if you want, but I can tell you none of them look like Phil in the slightest. They're either all thinner or more muscular. Now third, my ego won't let me not speak on this. I've been trying to cut down to better define the appearance of my muscle and my vascularity. This has sucked, like, badly. But the exact same day that Phil announces that I'm 188 pounds, I had announced to Twitter that I finally broken the 215 plateau and am 213.5 pounds. This is a major accomplishment for me. And now, the same day, just hours later, now Phil has the capacity and willingness to share his progress and weight. Again, this is just my ego talking, but Phil, you could unblock me and say hi in the comments.
So there you go. Now, the other half of what Wing said, if Wing said this, because I don't know if he actually said it or not, is kind of funny to me, because listen to what they're saying. Well, the only reason that Phil will be working out is because his wife left him. Wait, what? So let me get this straight. What you're saying is, if you're with someone married, you don't have to care anymore. You don't have to care about how you look, how healthy you are, how you feel. You can just let yourself go. You can just sit back and become a giant blob, a big mess, hard to move. Does it sound familiar?
Yeah, Phil, it kind of sounds like you. And from a logical standpoint, your thinking is flawed. You are, an unfit sack of shit. Because of you not trying, because you didn't work out, that could be a reason to leave you. So no, it's not suggesting that you can be a lazy piece of shit when you get married. It's suggesting that because you're a lazy piece of shit, Phil, there's a risk that Kat left you.
I'm just saying, like, does it sound like someone? I think there may be some self-projection there on the statement that Wings made, if Wings made the statement. That, so he's married, so he doesn't ever have to worry about, like, working out or anything. But Phil, if Phil is single again, Phil needs to work out now. You see, that's why he's doing it this way. Like, what the fuck, dude? You want to talk about massive self-projection? No, that's not how you should live your life. Just because you are married, you have a significant other. It's like, oh, see, now I don't have to care about nothing anymore. Don't have to care about my health, my looks. No, it should be the opposite. You understand? When you're with someone, you should care enough about that person that you want to take care of yourself. That's another reason why I'm doing it. Like I said, I want to be here for my wife as I get older. I don't want to be a decrepit old guy on a walker and she has to fucking drive me around and tote me around and do stuff for me because I can't move.
And now we have to address the enormous horse in the room. I mean, she hasn't been in the room since that one stream a year or so back, but anyway, it seems kinda hypocritical that you'd be strutting your stuff on stream, talking about your fitness and how you're being such a good husband, while Amber Lynn in training is downstairs playing Skyrim for the 900th time. Like, how do you sleep at night being a feeder for Cat offline, but online pretending to be the pinnacle of male fitness?
It should be, oh, I'm married. I love that person so much that I'm going to put myself through physical pain, suffering, in order to get better so that now I can be there for that person. Now I'm going to sit there like a fucking lump, stuffing my face, drinking soda, acting like a fool, and then act like I can talk about someone else and know anything about lifestyle, fitness, or anything about their personal situation. Okay? It's idiocy. But anyone who watches that guy all the time knows about the clown show. So they're used to this kind of him talking out of his ass and just saying dumb shit. I mean, it really is stupid. And at the same time that apparently he's talking like this, he apparently did actually try to join like a game with me yesterday when I was playing Call of Duty last night. He apparently wanted to play with me. He wanted to play a game with me. Like he wanted to team up with me and play Call of Duty. Wait, what did you just say on your stream? If you just said on your stream, oh, the only reason Phil's working out is because his wife left him. You have no evidence of anything you're saying. You're saying something insulting. Now you want to join a lobby with someone and play a game with them? You want them to do a collab with you? Really? Is that how it works? You just insult people, say dumb shit, and then you ask for a collab? Well, how about this, Jordy? If you want to play with me, you can play with me. Well, we'll set it up. We'll have a big lobby. 5 bands. That's all it's going to cost you.
Quick forewarning, Phil's about to try speaking urban-styled, and it's exactly as cringe as you'd expect it to be.
5 big ones, and then we can do a collab in Call of Duty when it comes out. All right, it'll be DSP and Wings of Redemption playing in a party together, but it's going to cost you 5 bands. I'm sorry. You want the collab, you got to pay for it up front. It doesn't benefit me at all, so, you got to buy it. You got to purchase my time. All right, but in addition, also, there's other way that you can get out of this. All right, what I want you to do is I want you to purchase some weights. I want you to start working out. Okay? I want you to start working out. So I want you, all right? I want you to be able, I'll go easy on you, all right? Here's what I want you to be able to do.
A quick reminder, Phil's dumbbells only go to either 52.5 pounds or 55 pounds.
I won't even make you buy a big-ass dumbbell weight or any free weights. Buy free weights like I have.
God damn it, Phil, even in your bits you come off as a dipshit. Dumbbell and barbell exercises are both free weight exercises. Free weight meaning not part of a machine. So a pec deck, a shoulder press machine, or a cable station, these are weight machines. But if the value comes from picking up or pushing the weight, then that weight is free weight. Good God, how can you be so fucking confident and so fucking wrong all the time?
All right? And once you have those free weights, and you can do, you ready for this? I'm only going to make you do 150. I want you to do 10 reps of 150 pounds. Press, all right? 10 reps. All right, and if you do that, if you can do 10 reps, just 10. 10 reps of 150. So that's 75 in each hand for the record. You know what? Adjustable dumbbells, what do they go up to? I actually researched this last night. My set only goes up to like 52 or something, but you can get ones that go up to like 80 pounds. All right, so, all right, let's make it even 70 pounds each. So here we go. Each dumbbell, 70 pounds, and you have to do 10. All right, 10 bench presses. All right, and if you can do that, all right, then we can do a collab. So 5 bands or 10 bench presses, 70 pounds in each hand. Understand? Not just, 70 pounds total, 70 pounds in each hand. I want you to do it, all right? And once you can do that, then finally you'll be worth my time.
Yes, Phil will go on to say that he's not serious about this, but even if this is an attack at LTG, it's using Wings as the butt of the joke, which, fine, throw shade, Phil, but if you're going to throw shade when it comes to weightlifting, you need to be sure you can lift that weight yourself. And when I see whatever the fuck this movement is, it confirms to me that you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and 70s would absolutely wreck your shit. In summary, if you're going to throw down the gauntlet, you better be able to lift what you're demanding.
People have been going to his streams and goading him into saying dumb shit. So they goaded him into saying, if he were to fight me, he would beat me up, he would kick me in the balls. Oh, dumb shit. Like, the guy is a giant fucking whale. I'm sorry, he knows he is. There's no way he was going to ever hit me in a fight. He would never even get to me. You understand? Like, I would dance around him like a twinkle toes boxer until he fucking passed out. He would never even get to hit me once or touch me. He would literally never touch me unless he was behind me. And like I said, he fell on me because I didn't know he was behind me. But how would I not know he's behind me? The ground would shake when he got near me. Right? So I don't understand how he ever thinks that he would ever fight me and hit me. Everything is just bizarre fantasy world with this guy.
Hey, speaking of delusions.
If I fought Mike Tyson, I probably could be faster than him. I would think, because he's pretty old and he probably can't move very well anymore. So maybe I could get around him and have to like hit him in the legs or something. But Crash Team Racing, I think, would be pretty unplayable with a guitar controller. So I'd probably fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah, but let's come back to reality and discuss Wings for a second. I don't know much about Wings as a lolcow, so I'm not up to speed on his entire arc. However, the guy trained, he got in boxing shorts, and he threw hands. Out of the gate, that gives him one up on Phil. Additionally, does Phil know that wrestling rules don't apply to boxing? Like, you can't just run out of the ring? And the ring is a finite area of space, meaning that with some basic geometry, Wings could corner him. And I'm not saying Wings is a great fighter, but if bitch-made man Burnell got popped with this, he's going down.
This person says, I'm a detractor even though I usually criticize you in tips. You still consider them troll tips fine. This is one time I'll agree with you. Working out is a great decision. Don't let yourself become a fat whale or a pencil neck. Wings is jealous is all. No, the statement is bizarre that someone would only work out because their significant other left them. It's like, dude, look at yourself. You're a prime example of why you should be working out and being healthy, even if you're married. Dude, you're in a really bad position right now physically in your life. You need to get better. And it's not going to be an operation. It's not going to be medicine. It's going to be actual willpower, determination, a massive change of diet, which he eats fast food literally every freaking day. And he talks about it on stream and he eats it on stream. It's like, dude, you got to do better for yourself because you're married.
Phil, don't you eat fast food on stream? Don't you say, I'm craving the next DSP tries it? Don't you verifiably order thousands of calories on stream? Like, if you're lifting, Phil, and I won't believe that until I see a set of lifts, good for you. But mayhaps tone down the calling other people out for being unhealthy. You intake enough sodium that in some countries, you'd be considered salt water.
It's not, oh, I do better for myself because I'm single. It's the opposite. You're married. You want to be there for the significant other. Fucking take care of yourself for God's sakes, right? But no, now is the time to work out. Now or never. And I kind of had that. Not necessarily that it was a shock because I knew that, but like I've been telling you guys, I needed the means to do it. And now I have the means because you guys have been supporting me so much. I was able to say, hey, I'm not worrying about day-to-day expenses. I'm not worrying about, oh no, I got to pay these bills this week. It's a big deal. So I'm able to say, hey, I can go get a weight bench. I can go get some free weights. I can clean out some of my house. I can start working out because I have time and the means to do it because of you guys. So thank you all for that. It's your support that allowed me to get back into shape the way that I am. Like I said, 188. I haven't been this weight since I was in my early 20s. Legit. I gained this weight in college and I never have been this skinny since I was in my 20s. So pretty awesome. And I say skinny, but I mean with muscle too. That's the other cool thing is that I'm skinny, but I have muscle build now where I haven't had since I was in my 20s, you know?
The same day I recorded this, I posted something to Twitter basically saying that my take on Phil's lift and his bitch-made muscles was to say, good for you, Phil, on lifting X weight for Y reps on Z lift. But then also made the observation that no one believes you, Phil, until you show the lift. And I maintain that. Him doing a 2 to 3 day split is not a difficult thing to show. A basic tripod that can hold a phone is like $10 on Amazon. So it leads me to believe that either A, he's not lifting except to do some curls right before stream, B, his house is in such an embarrassing state he can't film himself, C, he knows how weak he is and only wants the praise for lifting, or D, he's terrified of detractors critiquing his form. Either way, hiding or lying about those things are the exact behavior I would expect from a coward. And wouldn't you know it, Phil's one of those.
So this person is another $2 tipper that says, advice from someone who's been working out over 12 years, get on a basic 5x5 program. So bench, squats, overhead press, deadlifts, bend over rows. Keep progressing. Build your base strength and endurance and throw in some arms and triceps, dumbbells, or barbell. Well, here's what I'm doing right now. Okay, I have two different routines that I do. One routine is biceps, triceps, chest, so bench, and a ridiculous amount of sit-ups, which I've progressed on a ton ever since I started. And so what I do is I do those 4 exercises and sets, and I've gotten up to 4 different sets, and of course I keep increasing weight. And then the other day I do squats, the overhead press, which you take the dumbbells, you go like this over your head like that, and I don't know what you call the exercise. This is the one that builds up your back, but you put the dumbbells directly on your sides like this, okay? Well, you can't really see it in the chair. So you put your dumbbells directly on your sides like this, and you just raise your arms outwards to the side with the dumbbells. I don't even know what it's called, but I used to do it back in the day when I used to work out, and this builds up your back tremendously. It helps a lot.
What? What the fuck?
He's talking about side lateral raises, which target the middle or lateral deltoid, the shoulder, Phil, not the back. And it's little things like this that confirm that he's not lifting properly. Your delts should be screaming if you're doing proper form for, say, a set of 10 to 15. And if I remember correctly, Phil has been saying he's getting close to maxing out his 52.5-pound dumbbells. My brother in Christ, my working set for side lateral raises use 35 and 40-pound dumbbells, and my delts are screaming throughout. So, what the actual fuck are you talking about?
And now I started doing push-ups because people were recommending push-ups. I'm giving it a go. Last night I did it for the first time successfully without hurting my arms because remember I told you my elbow was fucked up. I actually did it and I didn't mess up my elbow doing it. I was like, oh, okay, that's good. So that's what I'm doing right now. All right. And those workouts, because I'm doing 4 sets, it takes like anywhere from between 30 to 45 minutes to get through them all. And I've increased the weight a lot since I started. Like I started with very basic weight and I've upped it. And now I'm like, that's why I got these muscles so quickly, because I've upped the weight. Again, my body was used to doing it from working out in my 20s. They kind of remembered, like, oh yeah, I remember this. So I jumped right into it. But the thing is, anything with the bend over, I really shouldn't be doing. Anything that's going to put my back at some kind of a stress level, I shouldn't be doing, because I've had serious lower back injuries. The disc.
Flashback.
I know what a standing desk is, Transgate's Legacy, but I don't see what the advantage would be. Standing desks are typically for people who have a back injury, and it's actually more comfortable for them to stand than sit, because usually if they have like a lower back injury, it's uncomfortable sitting all day. So standing is a better option. You can adjust the height and everything. I don't need that. I'm good. I don't have a back injury. I don't have a back injury. I don't have a back injury.
I don't have a back injury. End of flashback.
Was severely herniated. And I just can't do that. I can't, like, anything. I see that, oh, do this, you bend over, you take your arm, you go like this, like, oh God, it's gonna kill my back. I can't do that.
Well, that certainly explains a lot, because that's a triceps extension and Phil has no fucking triceps. But it does beg the question, no pun intended, how the fuck he's squatting with good form or benching with good form, considering in bench you're supposed to arch your back hard and draw your shoulder blades in. It's almost as if he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
I have to do stuff that's not going to fuck up my existing problems. So I am limited with what I can do. I got to do more safe stuff. But I can tell you this, just some of the back exercise, like I told you, and the sit-ups have built up my core strength a ridiculous amount. I went from having like no core strength to having like insane amount of core strength. I can easily take the dumbbells, load it up, sit on my back, put them on my chest, and just do a sit-up easily with them right on my chest. No problem at all. Wow. And before it was like a pain to sit up, just sit up in real life. Now it's like, wow, I can actually just move around carrying weight, no problem at all. Like things that used to have weight to them have no weight anymore for me, which is great. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look, this used to be full of water. Like, oh, it's kind of heavy. Like, no, look at this. Fuck this. It doesn't matter. It weighs nothing. And that's great.
So remember, folks, Phil can't give you actual numbers of what he's pushing, pulling, or anything like that. What he can give you is the fact that he can stand up from a chair. But now, it appears Phil has unlocked his final form, as evidence of his absolutely jacked body. Phil can lift approximately 2.5 pounds of water, and it doesn't even faze him. He's basically a Navy SEAL at this point. Big ups to my members, the newbies, neophytes, and the almighty gym rats. You guys are truly amazing. The clip came from me, since Raw Phil slipped a few minutes yesterday and cut off the very first portion of the stream. But it happens. Don't worry, Raw Phil. I'll abuse your work more in the later videos. Until next time, swole is the goal for a troll. Lift heavy. Eat clean. While this arc is pure suffering for me, it does lead me to believe that Phil is one step closer to mouthing off to someone in public, and I'm really looking forward to that aftermath.